Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Thursday morning the 27th of November. And we're sticking with the Summer Wells case today. Summer Moon Utah Wells, who was 5 years old when she disappeared from outside of her home in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County, which nestles comfortably in between the towns of Rogersville and Kingsport. On June 15th, 2021. She'll be 9 years old if she's still alive. A very slim chance she's still alive after nearly 4.5 years, but we can all live in hope, can't we? Over the last week, there's been movement in the case. We thought that this case was very, very, very cold, but no, it's as hot as rocks. It is hot, it is boiling. Because on November 13th, there was a raid at a property on Vanhill Road, 9.5 miles away from Summer's house at 110 Benhill Road. We don't know what's happened, we don't know what they've found, if anything. There's been no further updates from the TBI or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. So we sit patiently biting our fingernails. What led them there though? Well, the FBI with evidence, very good evidence, to direct them to that address. The address is owned by an elderly man and his wife, someone called Paul Hill, who is the uncle of Fred Hill, who lived further down Ben Hill Road at 165, 167, and at another property, 207. That's one nephew, but then there's another nephew, actually a great nephew, because Fred and Andy Bernard are first cousins once removed. Andy is a great nephew of Paul Hill. Now, apparently Paul Hill is the salt of the earth, but he has two sons who may not be. Don't know anything about them. One of them owns a tree trimming company. Is that the link with Ben Hill Road? We can speculate on that until the cows come home. And also, apparently Paul Hill's a very generous man. People go on his property, they get meat from him. He's a kind old man. So I don't think anyone's suggesting that Paul Hill abducted Summer. This property, 27 acres, can't keep eyes on that the whole time, can you? So, what do these people, though, on Ben Hill Road know? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. In particular, I got questions for Candus Wells, Summer's mother, and Jodisue Brown, who was then Andy Bernard's partner. They lived together with their kids at 125 Ben Hill Road, which is on the opposing hill, close to the entrance of Ben Hill Road. Jodisue says she heard a scream between 4:30 and 4:42. Fred Hill originally said that Candus was seen on his driveway. Not by him, because he'd left to go to take cars to the scrappy and then not to the scrappy, and yeah. Fred's friend saw Candus on Fred's driveway. Let's think about it this way. Why are you lying about the time, Fred? Swear down you said 4:30 for a long time and now you've changed it to 5:30. Anyway, we're not talking about Fred. We're going to concentrate on things that Candus and things that Jodisue have said. Is this another time to play the Battle of the Beech Creekers theme tune? I know some of you hate this, but some of you don't.
Fred, and Fred done put the word out to him. You say my name again, and he'll kill him.
Before we get into the video, can I just ask, if you're not yet subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And with your help, possibly, maybe, if the wind's in the direction, I can still do it. And then YouTube will send me a silver play button plaque for my wall. What a great Christmas present that would be. A little milestone in all YouTubers' minds. If you are subscribed and you want to help the channel further, all you need to do is leave a like on my videos, leave a comment, it shows the YouTube algorithm that you're engaging with my content, and share my videos, so hopefully more people get to find out that this channel exists. And I do have a second channel called Michelle Walks, a smaller channel. If you like the content on this channel, you'll like Michelle Walks. Every single year I do a series over on that channel called Cold Case Christmas. Cold Case Christmas, for those new to my content, is a different cold case every single day between the 1st of December and the 24th of December, like opening an advent calendar. And here are the cases that I'm covering this year. Okay, that was an awfully long intro. Who do we start with, Jodisue or Candus? Well, let's start with Jodisue, the neighbour. Now, recently she was on a panel with Ernie. And the only reason why I know about this is because someone shared the link to a clip that someone called Phoebe Australia had put on her channel. So, playing this via Phoebe Australia, because I don't know which channel, which panel Jodisue and Ernie were talking on. I completely missed this. So thank you to the person who shared this in my Facebook group. Want to join my Facebook group? Link's in the description. You have to answer a couple of questions and then you're in. We talk about a bunch of stuff over there. So thanks to the person who shared this in my Facebook group, and thanks to Phoebe Australia for the clip. So let's play it. 3 minutes long.
Was maybe over on the 15th. I would say that she's somewhere, probably in the woods, probably in one of the less eyeballs, somewhere in the woods between Vanhill and BAILEYTON. That would be my guess.
Well, let's break that little nugget down, shall we? That's a bit of a coincidence, don't you think, Jodisue? Saying it was all over on the 15th, so someone was dead on the 15th of June, and she's in the woods somewhere between Benhill and BAILEYTON. How weird is that? That Paul Hill's property, the one that was raided on Vanhill Road, is on the way to BAILEYTON. How do you get to BAILEYTON from Benhill? Well, you go down Beech Creek Road, and then you take a left onto Vanhill Road, and hey presto, you come to BAILEYTON. Isn't that just a coincidence? You know, it wasn't, oh, well, she's in the woods between Benhill and Fall Branch, or between Benhill and, I don't know, Benhill and Seguinsville, or Benhill and Rogersville. No, Benhill and BAILEYTON. Now, the rest of the clip, she doubles down, but she's a little bit kinder to Summer. So I'm going to play the rest of the clip now.
But you said the woods was out of the question, though.
I mean,
on the property, right? On the property.
Yeah, on the property. She's not on those properties. She's not inside Benhill.
So you think somebody's done away with her?
I mean, that's obviously a possibility, Ernie. And if she's alive, I don't know where she is.
But why would automatically, you know, see, for me, I can't give up hope on a child's life. I never could. It's
Hope
hard.
on it. I mean, I've stood here since the day and watched everybody else give up hope on her immediately before even dark and say she was dead and talk about her in past tense. And I was the only one that told all of these people just to wait, to give her a chance. It'd only been a couple hours, just to wait and give her a fucking chance because she might be able to get away. And we all knew she could run and fly like the wind. To give her a fucking chance. So I've not given up hope on Summer at all. I do not think that she's dead. I think there is a very good chance she's out there somewhere alive. But every day, every minute that passes, you know cannot be
Okay,
good.
so you say you think she's alive right now. Do you think she's alive?
I think there's a good possibility.
A good possibility. So let me ask you a question. Why automatically say if she's around the area? I didn't say around the area. Where would you think she's at? Anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world right now. Where would you think she's at? Anywhere.
And there's two options. She's alive, and I don't know where the hell she's at. Somewhere around the world. Or if it ended, chances are it, would have probably ended on the 15th, like others speculated before fucking dark, and I didn't take well to. And, I would say that she's somewhere, between Vanhill and BAILEYTON or so. But there's other things in there that you got to think that, we all kind of know and things that y'all don't, but make certain things a possibility. Oh dear.
Jodisue has got hope that Summer's alive, and if she's alive, then 4.5 years later, what on earth she would have experienced in that time. But I don't think she's alive, honestly. I really don't. But BAILEYTON, well, Jodisue, not Fall Branch, not Sullivan Gardens, not Zagoinsville. No, none of them. Just a lucky guess, eh? Jodisue has said strange comments before, like this one. This one's very disturbing. Let's play it.
Y'all go over there and ask why exactly it is he was selling drugs to the children at 110. Why he was potentially causing little girls over there to be sedated and to be touched with the shit he was selling over there. Go ask. Because I have fucking questions. Not standing in front of him anymore.
She's not standing in front of Andy anymore, protecting him because he sold drugs to the kids at 110 so that they could be sedated and touched. She tried to go back on that comment, but the internet's forever. And then this. What about this one? This one's interesting as well. This is Jodisue. Mad. This is way before anybody knew who Jodisue existed. She used to chat on Facebook. She started off on Facebook. She's meandered over to YouTube during the investigation. However, she was mad.
While we're searching for Summer, we go down to the other property. Well, actually, not before, when the weirdo was on our property that bought that piece in the yard that's the crust of the bank, and then was arguing against his own survey that he bought a crust of a bank and a vertical cliff, but nobody provided him with that survey. He was sitting on our property, cut through our lines and stuff, whatever, and he parked himself right in the middle of the first two no trespassing signs, and had already been told, not, to move, whatever. Anyway, the cops removed him that night. So we were so worried about this guy and how he came off that we went looking that night all the way into Bayless, then every holler in Beech Creek, making sure he wasn't parked in there. And look, this guy hit me so weird. I was like, So, there's extra there I'll get to in a few months. But anyway, so we go looking at our other properties, right, Evelyn? And get down there, and the guy who purchased yours has now got a gate up over the county road, not just back where your all's gate is, but over the fucking county road. And as I guess decided he's just going to try to block it off till he can do it long enough to get adverse possession. So I guess we're two properties in this week.
I've seen his house. It's ugly.
See, take it from the kid. This guy has done.
It's cobalt blue.
No, that's the wrong house.
Oh, wrong
we're
house.
talking about the one at Jen Edwards. But either way, this guy's put up a damn gate across the county road and locked us out of our driveway that connects with your house. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, but it's going to be a couple weeks down the road before we figure that out with this other property situation. This guy's getting ready to start fighting us over like an idiot and lose. So anyway, just thought you'd enjoy that hilarity. It didn't matter. We climbed his fences and went over and got to her stuff anyway and searched for Summer and did what we needed to do so he can bite me. And I hope he enjoys that on camera.
She was mad. They dared to sell a 2-acre piece of property, chased Jackie Dobbs off, who bought it, the day before, on June 14th. And, oh, here she's looking for Summer. Oh, no, not Summer. She got the story wrong. Ooh, look, Jodisue could be a completely innocent party. I don't think Jodisue kidnapped Summer. But I think perhaps she has knowledge. I think perhaps she lives with guilt. I think perhaps she knows more than what she's let on all of this time. Let's now move over to Summer's mother, Candus. Well, recently, her and Donnie had a bust up and she went to live with her friend Dee Dee and Dee Dee's husband. Oh, but Dee Dee died. Apparently, medical emergency. Apparently, Candus was there. Apparently, Candus didn't do anything about it. She didn't call 911. I don't know. I wasn't there. But she's apparently back with Donnie now. But something bad's going to happen to him. Listen to this. This was clipped by Crime Lines and Lies. This is Justin, Clutch Them Pearls, with a clip of Candus.
He's fixing to happen to him real bad. He just don't know it yet. When the time's right, you'll know.
Did you hear that? I'm going to play it again.
He's fixing to happen to him real bad. He just don't know it yet. When the time's right, you'll know.
Candus says something's fixing bad, and I'm going to put allegedly in there, to happen to Don, and he just don't know it yet. When the time is right, you'll know.
Yeah, something bad's going to happen to Donnie. You'll know when you'll know. What does that mean? How did Dee Dee die, Candus? What happened to Summer, Candus? Strange comments. Follow these people around. Oh, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean it like that. You're taking it out of context. That's what they always say. That's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? It's a bit of an odd one. Maybe she said it when she was mad. Maybe you say things when you're mad that you don't mean. I don't know. Does it mean an imminent arrest? Or does it mean that someone's going to do him in? Does it mean Candus is going to, I don't know, just let him die? I don't know these people, do I? I can only play the clips and then you can make your own mind up. What about this CPS visit on the 14th? Could it be that the CPS didn't close the case at that time? Could it be they wanted Summer to do a rape kit? Is that why she got gone? I don't know. Asking for a friend.